Hello, friend, and welcome back to Refining Daily, or welcome if you are new. If you are anything like me, this time of year feels like a wild mix of excitement and complete overwhelm. There's so much to do. We're resetting spaces, we're school supply shopping, we're prepping routines, and we're trying to bring some kind of order to the chaos before school starts. So I thought it would be the perfect time to pull together some of my favorite back to school prep moments from videos from the past years. These are always my favorite to make, and we are going to be doing everything from cleaning and organizing to simple routines and systems that help us breathe a little easier as moms. Whether you're watching for motivation, inspiration, or just to feel a little less alone in the overwhelm, I am so glad you're here. So grab your coffee, start a load of laundry, and let's do this together, one space, one reset at a time. And remember, let's not forget that we don't have to do it all perfectly. Grace over perfection, and His grace is sufficient even in the messiest of seasons. Now let's jump into the back to school prep marathon. Hello, friends, and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. My name is Anna, and today's video is jam-packed. This is one of my favorite videos to make every year. This is my back to school prep video, so we are going to be diving into getting things ready to go back to school, getting some places decluttered, going through some of my children's clothes, getting school supplies ready, getting backpacks in order, all the things. This is jam-packed full of all the motivation you need to get your kids set and ready to go back to school and kind of get back in that zone. So if you have not started school already, this is going to be great motivation to get you in that mindset of back to school time. Let's go ahead and dive on into all of this back to school motivation. We are starting here in my daughter's room. We were trying to get her closet in order, and then she said she had a mess under this bed. I had no idea. She had shoved so many things under this bed, so we are getting that all tidied up. I am not taking you through the whole process. I was kind of filming a little bit here, a little bit there, but she got all of this stuff out from under her bed, trashed what was trash, and then put it where it needed to go. And then we were jumping into her closet. Her closet was just packed with clothes that she couldn't wear, she wasn't wearing, anything like that. So that's what we were going through, and she tried on, I think, every single piece in her closet. So I just did not take you through the entire process. I will take you through that process with my middle child's closet, but look at this after shot. So much better. Look at all of those empty hangers. We got rid of so much stuff, and I'll show you the bags of everything here in a second, but doesn't that look so much better? And this gave me such a good starting place so that I knew where to start for back to school shopping. So this is a great thing to do before they go back to school, and I love to do this like in July, end of July, kind of get that, get ahead of that. And in case you have like a tax-free weekend or something like that, you know what you need to get, or if you're going to a growing kids sale. And then that bag there, that was all donations, and then this stuff is all bags of things that I was going to try and resell at the growing kids sale. So we got rid of a ton of stuff in her closet. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into, this is my middle child's closet. Okay, so I had my son come in here and try on a handful of things that you kind of are seeing in the floor here. And I know there's a pile of things that are too small that I can kind of compare if I'm on the fence on if it fits or not. And then there's a pile of things over here that fit. So I'm just using those as a template. That way he doesn't have to try on everything in his closet. Now my daughter will try on everything in her closet for me. No big deal. But my son, I can't do that. So I had him try on just a handful of shirts, long sleeve stuff, shorts, and pants. So that's what I'm going to go through now, is compare everything to some of these that I know fit and don't fit, and weed them out before we get into this back to school season. I'm going through everyone's closet. So we've already done it in my daughter's room. This is my middle child's room, and then I'll do my youngest room here next whenever I get a chance, as school's getting ready to start back up in like a month. So here we go. And anything I know fits, I'm just gonna skip past it, like if he's had it on recently.
People knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survived the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy egg. I remember her in songs, decades old, but it doesn't matter. Stumble across old memories, try to recall before they all shatter. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survived the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow.
He doesn't really wear this. I think it'll still fit him. I was gonna just weed it out, but I think I'm gonna hold it back for putting an extra pair of, I always like to send them with an extra change of clothes in their backpack, just in case something were to happen at school, they would have an extra change of clothes. So I always try to put things in there that maybe still fit them, that they don't like as much, or something that's not in the tip-top shape, but it's just there in case of emergency. So I'm gonna hold on to that.
Where's your heart at? Why did you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter.
These are ripped, but they still fit, so I'm gonna keep them for play clothes, but they're not allowed to wear like ripped jeans to school, but they're still good for play, so I'm gonna hold on to them. So here I was going through and swapping all the white hangers for gray hangers because I was trying to do this child's closet in gray hangers and then my other little boy's closet in white hangers. And let me just tell you, that is not something I would recommend doing. It's silly. Just do everyone with the same hangers. I don't know. And like my daughter has my old hangers, so that makes sense. But this was silly. This was a silly waste of time. So take my word for it. Just give everybody the same color hangers. It's not worth the effort. And then I ran out of gray hangers eventually and was not able to complete it anyways. So I still have a mix of gray and some white in his closet.
You said that you needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lightning, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts.
All right, everything that was too small goes over here in this bin, and then once it gets really full, which it's close, I will put it into the storage tote to pass down to my youngest little boy. Assuming everything in there I'm going to pass down. I tried to pull out anything that I didn't think he would want or we just didn't use, which is this just little handful right here, and we're going to donate that. I needed my son to try these on or tell me if he would wear these. These are some hand-me-downs that he's been given. And then right here we did out some socks that I'm going to give to my youngest, which I need to put those over there. And then I went through all the shirts. He has a ton of t-shirts, which we went to a growing kids sale in the spring and I bought him a bunch of shirts, and he has more than enough in like souvenir shirts and shirts from school that he gets and different camps, and he's got a lot of t-shirts. Not as much on the long sleeve, but I don't want to get it too excessive. This is all of his t-shirts and then like his church nicer shirts too. So I got them all weeded out, and then I just kind of tried to put them all together with colors. This will not stay this way. It just won't, but I can try, right? And then I'm trying to get all of him. I don't know why I did this. Hindsight, keep everyone's hangers the same color, I think. But I was trying to do his gray, and then my youngest, his is white, but again, it's not really working. So we weeded through that. Anything that doesn't fit, that's too big, I just kind of push to the sides of the closet. He's got about 3 pairs of jeans, so we may need to get some of those. And then these are like athletic type pants or dress pants that he will not wear very often. And then all of his shorts, which good size selection there. And then I had already gone through his pajamas, and then those are his swimsuits. Went through his socks. He's got all fresh, brand new underwear, and those are 2 pairs of shoes that are too big that he'll eventually grow into. But that's kind of his closet all tidied up, fresh, ready for back to school. And then now I kind of see what I need to get for the growing kids sale when I go to that in September. This is another day, and now we are moving on to backpacks and getting those cleaned up. And every year if their backpacks are in good condition, I just wash them, scrub the stains and all the dirty spots, and it's hard to show up on camera. The bottom of this was pretty dirty, and there were several different spots all over. This being a light pink, it does show quite a bit of dirt, but I will tell you, Dawn and just a little scrub brush and then put it through the wash, I get this clean and looking as close to brand new new as possible every year. This is her fourth year almost. Let's see, kindergarten, first, second, third, yeah, going on 4th year using this backpack. This is a Pottery Barn backpack. They hold up very well. But I just scrub their backpacks up, and they reuse their backpacks until they're not in good condition. So this saves me a lot of money, and again, they look really great and they hold up really well. It's starting to slowly fall apart. This might be the last year.
True survivor, standing tall amongst the brave. It's time to rise up, yelling glory to the saved. And we fall, we reign, we rise again. The fall.
My son's backpack. It's black, so it's gonna probably hold up a little bit better stain wise, but I'm still gonna give it a good wash, and I'm gonna clear it out too. Sure. Well, this will be the 2nd year that my son has had this backpack. He's going into 1st, and we bought this for him in kindergarten. I always try to give them a brand new backpack when they go into kindergarten and just see how it lasts. My washer is telling me I need to start it. So this is a simple modern one. I was impressed with the quality of this one. Again, it's black, so it hides stains better. You do see kind of wear and tear a little easier on this one because it is black. But like stain wise, it's not bad. It just got a couple little scuffs. Knowing my son, this may not last as long as my daughter's did, but we'll see.
Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights.
Laundry, the chore that never ends. I swear I am never caught up on laundry, even when I'm caught up. There's still always something to do. So we're throwing in a little load of laundry here in between some decluttering projects that I'm getting ready to tackle. I'm going to do those 2 drawers I showed you guys, and I have a party, like party plates and cups and things that I'm going to declutter as well. But I am watching another cleaning channel while I do my laundry. I love to watch really cleaning channels when I do laundry, but I just love a good show or something to kind of distract me from the chore of folding laundry. But speaking of shows, I am curious, have you guys seen any good movies, or are you excited to see any movies that are coming out in the fall? My husband and I went to see Twisters the opening weekend. First of all, the theater was absolutely packed. I have not seen a theater packed like that in years. That was just crazy. We also live in the Arkansas, Oklahoma area, and Twisters is set in Oklahoma, and one of the guys is from Arkansas. But I absolutely loved this movie. If you liked the first movie, you will like this one. It is nothing like the first one, but they do. If you saw the first one, they do several references to the first movie. They're subtle. If you don't know the movie well, you probably won't get it. Like my husband, he'd seen it, but he didn't remember, some of the little throwbacks that they were, hinting to the other movie. But anyways, all that to say, Twisters was such a good movie. I was like on the edge of my seat. It was very realistic, I felt like, and it was just a good, clean movie. There was not a lot of bad language or like raunchy scenes or anything like that. Like we walked away and we were like, that was really a good, feel good summer movie. So if you have not seen Twisters, definitely give it a go, go and check it out. Or if you have seen it, I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. But for me, I highly recommend it. I thought it was really a great summer movie. Now we are going to head on into my kitchen. This is my kind of party supply drawer where I have all my party plates and cups and all of the things. This had gotten way out of hand. I'd been wanting to tackle this for a while, and what better time than right before school, because we will probably be using a lot of paper plates that first week of school. It is crazy and busy and everything. So I really wanted to get this in order and throw out anything that didn't need to be in there or whatever. So we are tackling this drawer. I wanted to tackle several little decluttering projects on this day that I knew would really not take me much time. So if you have some of those little drawers and little areas, just tackle one or two of those at a time. It doesn't have to be a huge decluttering project. Just tackle one drawer, one cabinet at a time. And over time, that builds and makes a huge impact and a huge difference. And it really does feel good, especially going into that new year or that new school year. It really does feel good to have those things kind of off your plate and just things feeling put together and organized and just lighter.
Kiss still burning, didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile? It's impossible, not melting, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied, stayed over this surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much further. You're on the horizon. You're on the horizon. I'm a butterfly who has only begun, taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life and what you give. It's worth it when you're holding me, when you hold me so close. I'm a brother in under your skin. Wanna leave a mark so that I can be sure that you remember what's been. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. You're on the horizon. You're on the horizon. Let me tell you what I found. Leaving everything behind, knowing there is more in life than I want. Now I wanna embrace life, you and I side by side, knowing there is more in life than I want.
All right, now the party drawer. This is like party banners and little decoration pieces, candles, things like that. I have like little invitations, just kind of some random party type things or things that make sense in this drawer. So I had this isn't terrible, but it just needed to be kind of jazzed up a little and decluttered a little bit. There was some trash and things in there, that like an empty bag of balloons or whatever. And then I was going to try to also fix the latch on this one, because my little 3-year-old has been getting in this and pulling out the balloons, and just that's part of the reason why the drawer looks the way it does. So I wanted to get that kind of back in order, because I'd kept opening it and seeing the mess and thinking, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it, and I kept putting it off. So I'm going to do this drawer, and then we'll move over to the junk drawers, kind of what I call it, our little kitchen junk drawer. You know, you always have that one drawer, but it's a little messy. It's not terrible. It's been a lot worse, but I want to tidy it up and kind of get it ready, because we use that drawer a lot. So as we go into the back to school season, I really wanted that drawer in order as well.
One step forward and another back. I would never try to fool ya. I'm one heartbeat away from going mad. Girl, when you're looking like that, closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you. Yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on the bed when you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Every moment is another chance. Loving you is all I wanted. I'm wide open for a love affair. Girl, when you're looking like that, closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you. Yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Damn. Girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on the bed when you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I can never resist it. Ooh, smiling like that, I can never resist it. Girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on the bed when you undressed.
And here is the after. It may not look that much better to you, but it feels so much better for me. These decluttering projects are not Pinterest worthy. I tell you that all the time. A lot of these things are just not that just perfect, aesthetically pleasing, but it makes sense. I use Ziploc bags to organize, and just what makes sense to me. If I have extra organizers that I'm not using in one place, I repurpose them somewhere else. So these organizers that are in here, I did not buy them for this particular job. I've had them, or they were used in another spot, and then they worked in this drawer, so I moved them. Same thing in this drawer as well. It's not perfect, it's not Pinterest worthy, but it works for us, and that's such an important thing to remember, is it does not have to be beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, or anything like that. Matching containers and all the fancy nice stuff. Just use what you have. If it's Ziploc bags, that's okay too. Just use what you have around your house. Make it work for your family, and that is all that matters. Don't worry about how it looks, or how it looks compared to other people or anything like that. Just do what functions and works and makes sense for your family, and that is all you need to worry about. And here their backpacks are. They had been drying. I always make sure I air dry them, and they really turned out well. Look at this. I mean, they really do look so great, and it's so nice to not have to worry about getting a brand new backpack every year when the ones that they have work great and are in great condition still. So we got those all tidied up, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move into water bottles. My kids did need new water bottles this year. They just didn't last as long as I'd hoped they would. So we ordered some from Amazon. They never came in. So we found these at Walmart for like $9.98. And it was a great deal. And they're like 24 ounces, I believe. So a lot bigger than some of the other water bottles that I was seeing. And my kids wanted these licensed water bottles, and they are so expensive. So I bought these water bottles for $9.98, and then I can't remember, it was like $5 or $6 for these packs of stickers, and they were able to decorate them the way they wanted. They loved doing that. So this was kind of a win-win. It wasn't as expensive as a licensed, you know how expensive that licensed stuff can be. So my son got his Ninja Turtles, and my daughter got Bluey, and they just had a ball decorating these, and they are so proud of them. So I had to throw in the clips of them decorating their water bottles, because this was like one of the highlights of the school supply shopping and things. They were so pumped to do this. This is why I start back to school preparation probably about end of July, and my kids don't go back till like the 19th of August. But I start this early because there's just a lot of little things to do, especially when you're reusing stuff and you're having to clean everything. I was going through and cleaning their lunch boxes on this day. Same thing, getting my shout and just scrubbing, the spots, especially my daughter's. It's always the one that gets the dirtiest. And then this was my youngest, a little backpack we use for little outings and things, and it had never been washed, so it was needing some love. So I am just doing my same process that I did with the backpacks on these, and I'm going to wash them up and let them air dry as well. And these all turned out great. Washing these and scrubbing them clean and looking and seeing how fresh and almost new that all of this stuff comes out looking. After I do all the stain treatment, I put in a good scoop of OxyClean as well as my detergent. I was just using some Arm & Hammer sensitive detergent, and then just get the wash going. And I always like to get the barrel full of a little bit of water to kind of dilute the detergent before putting my clothes or whatever it is that I'm washing in. I was just so pleased with how all of this turned out. Everything looks so good, and it just looks fresh and new and ready to start another new school year. I don't know. This is always so exciting for me. I don't know if it's like feeling like new beginnings or if it's the old former teacher in me or what. I've always loved this stuff. I was telling my husband, I always loved back to school shopping as a kid, and just this time of year was always exciting. So another little thing that I like to do is set up kind of a lunch station somewhere in your kitchen. That's always a good idea to do. We've got these little bento type boxes from Walmart, and then I think my daughter found that one maybe at TJ Maxx, but I just kind of put all their lunch boxes right there where I symbol their lunches, and that just really helps kind of ease the process of making lunches, or also my kids can easily access that and help make their lunches as well. And then now I am just going in to an empty table and laying out my two kiddos' school supplies and dividing them between them and just checking things off of their list and then seeing what else we need to get this weekend for the tax-free weekend. And then my son, he just wanted to be involved too. He wanted to be on camera. You'll see him here in a second, really checking the camera out and smiling and everything. But he was being my little helper on this day. Again, they are so pumped about their school supplies. There we go. He's such a cheese ball. Anyways, so they were really pumped about their school supplies. So I was getting them in order, but then they were coming back through and wanting to decorate everything with their stickers and put their name labels on everything. So they're super excited about school supplies and back to school and then the fresh new school year. So it's just an exciting time and a lot of fun for them and for me. I love helping them get all of this stuff in order. As we are wrapping up this back to school prep video, I just wanted to let you know that this will be my only video. In the past, I have divided it into 2 videos, and then last year I think I just did one longer video, so that's what I'm doing this year. But I will have a couple more back to school prep things sprinkled in to a couple more of my videos as we lead up to my kiddos going back to school, but this will be my main back to school prep video for this school year. Got these name stickers off of Amazon, and then I got these last year, so for Gabriel, but then I got Maddie some this year. And they've been using them for their water bottles and just different things like her notebook, pencil box. We put them on their backpacks or clothes even. These can go on clothes. And they really do hold up really well. And then if we didn't buy it new this year, we try to use things from years before. If we've got extra stuff like the Bible, the ruler, the clipboard. There's some folders in here from last year. So anything we can reuse or we bought extra of and have extras around the house, we always try to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching today, friends. I hope you are leaving with tons of back to school motivation, and I wish you and your kiddos the best start to the new school year. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification on your way out. And if you need more back to school motivation, I will leave my other videos from previous years linked in the description box below and at the end of this video. I will see you guys in my next video, and until then, take care.
Always keeping us restless with the lights.
Hello sweet friends, and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. My name is Anna and I upload videos on every Friday. Been a little challenging this summer, but we've been getting it done. We are starting right off in my youngest room. In last week's video, I did my full-blown back to school prep, all the fun things, doing all the decluttering and organizing in my kids' closet. So if you missed that, definitely check it out. I'll leave it linked in the description box below. But that is my full-blown back to school video that you guys are loving. It has gotten amazing views, so check it out if you haven't already. But I am going through my youngest closet. I'm pulling out hand-me-downs from his brother. I am hanging them up, keeping everything that I want to keep for my baby, and then making notes in my phone for what he is going to need for the upcoming seasons. And I am going to take that with me to the growing kids sale. Y'all hear me talk about that a lot if you've been here at all, but it is a sale in our area that you can go and you can sell your old clothes and you can buy other people's used clothes, but they have to be in good condition. So I highly encourage you, if you are needing to save some money this year on clothes because things are so expensive, definitely look for one of those in your area. I love going to them. However, I am not a shopper, so I like to have a good list. I love to get in there and get out. I do not like to browse. I do not like to shop around. I want to get what I need and get out. So that's why I try to make a really good list in my phone to take with me. So I am hanging everything up in my baby's room, and then we are going to jump into some other areas that have been neglected. And I'm also going to be deep cleaning some of my cleaning tools that I use all the time, and they've been neglected. So we are going to be kind of just continuing the back to school prep and doing a couple of other things that aren't as exciting, but they still need to be done, and I'd love to have them done before we head back to school. Do you ever have those places in your home that are just, you can't take it anymore? This has just been piling up. It's not, maybe not terrible. Some of you may think it's absolutely hideous. Some will be like, that's not that bad. But this has just been piling up and piling up and piling up. And I can't take it anymore. And I've only got about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm just going to see what I can do. Just give it a good swish and go. But I want everything at least in its place. So we are going to quickly tidy this up so I can start my week off a little better. This is a Sunday evening. I've got to go cook dinner, but I wanted to tackle one thing. So this is what I want to do when I encourage you guys, just do one thing. I think I can do this real quick, and then I got to go cook dinner. I don't have any other time. So just one thing, even if that's all you can do all day long, do that one thing.
We're the last people standing, still dancing when the lights come on. The music is fading, but this is our favorite part. I used to feel like an outcast, but I think I'm alright after all. 'Cause you make me feel like I belong. You like me for me without all of the glitter, and you make me laugh just like a little kid. And all my insecurities just disappear when you're here with me. I've been a stranger to this feeling, never felt so high. Won't even care.
Do y'all ever do that? Set something out on your counter to remind yourself to do it, but then you just kind of let it keep sitting out on the counter and don't ever do it, even after you've set out a reminder for yourself? Just me? That was those Q-tips. I had sat them out on the counter. I was going to refill them, and days went by and I still never refilled them. So what better time than now?
When I'm at my darkest, you're always there to pick me up. I don't think that I'll tell you enough that I love you and how you light me up.
I don't have time to really mess with my shower or my tub or anything, so I use this from time to time. And you can just spray it and leave it and then come back and rinse it out. And it does all kinds of fabulous magic things. I don't use this all the time. It does have bleach in it and it's pretty strong, so if that's not your thing, that's fine. But this is awesome when you're in a pinch or a crunch or you've got really bad buildup. So I don't want to really do much with my shower or my tub. However, my kids have been bathing in this tub, so I am going to spray this down. They're not bathing in it tonight, so I can spray it, leave it, and rinse it out later.
I'm happy now.
My time is almost up. I'm gonna go start the grill and I'm gonna come back and try to finish this little progress. I did that in about 8 or 9 minutes. Like I said, this stuff is super strong. It's got a very strong smell, so use at your own discretion, but I love it. I'm not gonna like go in there and sniff it, but it does kind of fill your upstairs, and it does feel and smell very clean. My daughter came up and she's like, ooh, it smells so clean up here. So it will definitely give you that clean smell when you are done. And like I said, I use it sparingly, but it is really good when you're in a pinch or if you have some really bad buildup. And then I am doing my lazy girl wipe down of my mirrors. I did not have a microfiber. I do this quite often and I'm in a hurry, so I am just using one of the hand towels that we had upstairs, and then I will take it down and wash it because I forgot to restock the microfibers underneath our sink. But I try to keep all of the cleaning supplies that I use in the bathroom, a set up in the bathroom, and then I have a set downstairs as well. But I do keep like all the cleaning supplies in our bathroom. I don't put any in the kids' bathroom just because mainly my 3-year-old, he just literally gets into everything right now. Here I am showing you a Febreze Small Spaces, I believe is what it's called, and the Gain scent is what I'm using. These are amazing to just put in bathrooms. You can put them in your car, closets, anything that you want to smell fresh and clean, and you don't want to light a candle, you don't want to plug something in, you don't want to spray anything. Those things might be small, but they are mighty and powerful. I love doing this. It's a game changing in my bathrooms. I put them in all of our bathrooms, and I put them in my car and my closet. I absolutely swear by these things. We are now heading into another day, and my task for this day, I wanted to clean my robot vac mop, and that is the dirty water. This thing is amazing, and I had not deep cleaned it yet since having it. What's wonderful about this thing is it does self-clean and self-disinfect, and it has a heater that, you know, it helps to disinfect and all the things, but oh my gosh, look at this, guys. It is so disgusting. So if you don't like some of the grime, you're gonna get a few shots of it today as I am cleaning this vacuum. And then I'm also gonna deep clean my Tenco because I had never done that and it was getting bad. These things, they do self-clean, and I like clean them after every use, but like deep clean the base that it sits on and all of those things. I just had not done that with either one of these vacuums. So that is what I'm tackling today. These things are just fantastic tools. Are they necessities? Absolutely not. But if you can get you a robot or a vac mop or something like this, definitely do it. They have them in all different price points, but it has just been so nice to help me in between my cleaning. And like this summer, I haven't been able to do the cleaning I want to do. So these are very nice tools if you can afford to get one. And like I said, it is all different price points. You can find one to fit your budget. So definitely look into it. I always leave mine linked below, and sometimes I will find some that are cheaper versions or whatever it may be. I try to leave things linked in the description box below that I think you might like or that I love, or that might be helpful to you. So definitely check that out if you are in the market. But that is what we are doing on this day, kind of getting these ready for back to school too, because I know things get busy when school starts back up, and I just wanted these nice and clean.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more. You leave me hanging, begging for more. Think that I'm addicted to this, can't resist to be a little risky and go for it, cause I want you close. I'm so exposed when you're keeping me wondering. You know I'd do anything to be in your arms again. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Give me one more, talking to you, and here we go again. Staying up all night to see if you've been texting me. Where do we go from here? I wanna go all in. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. I just wanna let you know I could go for this, no more tricks. We could take things slow. Say you think about it too. When the lights go out and there's no doubt that I should be with, that I should be. We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, baby, just give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign.
Another wonderful feature that I love is everything on this robot is basically you can take everything off and you can clean it and you can reattach it, and then you can also replace them as they get worn. You know, over time you will have to replace the mop heads and things like that, but everything you can take off. And then there's just, you're seeing tons of just fibers from all my carpet and rugs and things that just kind of built up at the bottom. It would sit there wet and then it would dry, wet, dry in between the cycles, and it just kind of had caked on. But I just used power wash and hot water, and this stuff came off so wonderfully. And then I did use a little bit of a disinfecting spray as well, just to give it that extra clean. But it was very easy to clean all of these pieces and parts that it comes with. But I love that everything is so detachable and easy to clean and easy to put back together. Final thing that I wanted to do that same deep cleaning on today was my Tenco iFloor 2. You are seeing it just gets so dirty. Like I said, it does a self-cleaning and everything, but you do need to come in and do a deep cleaning on it as well. I wash the container with the dirty water and all of that in between every cleaning, and like I said, it does self-clean, and I do rinse and wash that out, but I had not done like a big deep cleaning. I do clean that off as well, but it gets grimy. I mean, you put these things really to the test, especially if you have kids and pets or just kids. I mean, it really does build up over time. So these tools are so wonderful. Again, not necessary, but if you can, such a huge help. So we are doing exactly what I did with my narwhal. I'm just coming in here with my Tenco, getting it all deep cleaned, ready to go, so that it is off to a fresh, clean start to help me keep my house in order this new school year.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws.
since it was a scorching, super hot Arkansas day, I thought final step, I'm gonna leave everything out in the sun, just let it get a good drying and let that sun work its magic. So I laid everything out here, and then you were seeing a bird seed out there. We have a little bird feeder, so that was kind of what you were seeing. The birds kind of knock everything out, but I let everything dry out super well out there all day. I went back out, got it, and then now I am reassembling everything and putting it back in its home, and it is now fresh, clean, and ready to go. This is an area I'm wanting to work on, hopefully before back to school. Still need to wash my baby's backpack. Just kind of want to tidy this up. I'm getting ready to sell this, hopefully. But this see, it's just, I'm getting ready to start a little laundry, but these are like swimming towels and things that will eventually not be here. They'll go back up to the linen closet, but I need to fold this. This is going to my daughter's backpack. Just a lot of little things that just need to be cleaned up. I tackled cleaning this, and that feels so great, kind of going into the new school year, and my cleaning utensils are getting cleaned. So I just need to tidy this up. Just kind of tidy this whole space up and just get it clean and feeling fresh. This isn't too bad. This side also needs to kind of be redone again. It's not terrible. It's just kind of gotten in disarray a little bit. Nothing too terribly bad, but maybe kind of tackle that. So I'm hoping maybe in next week's video, but with all my kiddos still home, I'm just surviving barely each day. So, but I just wanted to show you what's coming. I'm going to try to tackle this before the school year starts or shortly thereafter. I wanted to show these to you guys. These are like little wardrobe, I think they're called partitions or something, that you can put on your in your closet on the bar. If you have bar closet, this may not work for everyone, but I was wanting something where I could label my kids' clothes for each day. It comes with a little marker, and this pack has like, I can't remember, like 40 or something in it. Oh, my son has gotten in here. My youngest, he's 3. You can't leave anything out. He actually colored on the carpet with it too, luckily. Full X, and it came out. But anyways, I was going to show you guys this and show you how I used it. I have not set up my youngest one with it yet, but you can write on them. So like for me, I wanted to do like Monday, Tuesday, with all the days of the week. So I'm just going to go through and do this and label all the days of the week. Tuesday. Go. And then I'm just doing this on the fly here. What I'm going to do is right here. Oops. It's hard to do it one-handed, but I'm going to give it a go. There you go. So I will hang each outfit he's wearing through the week behind the day of the week he's wearing it, so that I can organize their clothes. Did it here in my daughter's room as well. And what I'd seen people doing was getting those long like fabric hanging things with the little cubby cubes, and I love that idea. But first of all, those things eventually kind of wear out. I've had them before, and they'll start sagging and drooping in the little cubbies. And also, we don't have, you know, those things are very long. This would not work in our closet, so I wanted something where they could plan out their outfits. That helps us in the morning to have their outfits picked out and ready to go. So I was trying to think of what I could do, and then I saw this on Amazon, and I loved that I could label them however I wanted, and they had multi-colors, and it was a huge pack, so I could do all 3 kiddos. So I just wanted to show you guys that in case you were looking for a way to organize your kids' clothes. I just find it so helpful and makes an already stressful morning a little bit less stressful when they can go grab their outfit and just go. So I had to share that with you guys in case you were looking for a way to kind of streamline your mornings, make them a little easier, a little less chaotic. This I'm very excited about. Thank y'all so much for watching today, friends. It means the world to me that you come in and you watch my videos, you like them, you share them, and you comment. That means so much to me, I can't even tell you. So thank you so much for coming back time and time again. If you loved this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification if you haven't already. I would love to have you in our wonderful YouTube community. We are continuing to grow and grow, so I just am so thankful for each and every one of you that comes back every single week, and for all of you who are new, I'm so thankful for you as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in my next video, and until then, take care. Hello, sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for those of you who are new. My name is Anna, and we are back to school prepping today. This video is all about all the things we do to get ready to go back to school. Can you even believe it? My kids go back to school in just a couple of days, and we are actually finally ready. It took me a little longer this year, but I'm sharing all the things that we do. I am sharing a mom hack for you for school supply shopping that you are going to want to see. It's game changing. So stick around for that. We are getting all the school supplies in order and organized, divided between my kiddos. We are getting their backpacks cleaned up. We are getting our homework station back in order. Finally, it got out of hand in the summer, but we are whipping it back into shape. I'm sharing that with you guys. I do some decluttering in one of my kiddos' rooms, and of course we go through all the clothes. I don't show all of that with you guys. We do a little everyday cleaning, just everything that's been happening the past couple of days. I am sharing it with you, but let's go ahead and get to it. First things first, we got to get these backpacks back in order. I always go through and see if I can salvage the backpacks and clean them up. And this is my daughter's backpack. This will be the 3rd year that I have been able to stain treat it and get it looking almost brand new. So I highly encourage you guys to always try to do that if you can. That way you don't have to buy another backpack, because every little thing adds up. So we are going through, and I am just using my Shout, some good old elbow grease, getting after it, and we are scrubbing out these stains all over her backpack, and they come out amazing. I am always so impressed, especially being such a light pink color, but it turned out amazing. My daughter was so impressed too. She's like, it looks brand new. So I am doing this with the backpacks. My son needed a whole new backpack. It was not gonna, it could not last any longer. It was falling apart. So I ordered him one from Simple Modern off of Amazon. I'll share that link below in case you're interested in a cute backpack. So I ordered him one of those. We're using his old lunchbox. It was still in great shape. And then I just am cleaning up. You'll see me cleaning up 2 lunchboxes. I still need to do the other one, but I can always just stain treat them and then throw them on a delicate cycle, and they come out great. Always use caution with each individual thing that you're cleaning up, but this works for me, and I've always had great success with it. So that is what we do every year to clean up the backpacks and get them good and ready for the next school year.
Funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd.
Yikes! glass. Not break.
The sun is getting warmer. Oh, when we soar away among the clouds, the sky is just a border. Oh, when we're floating up like helium. Sip me up like lemonade. We both know it's bittersweet. This sorrowness will bite your tongue. No one is forever young. No. Listen the rhythm. I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward. It's gonna save you. Never look down, love. Not when we shine so bright. I know the sun is getting warmer. Oh, when we soar away among the clouds, the sky is just a border. Oh, when we're floating up like helium.
Another area I need to get in shape on top of everything else for back to school are these hooks. This is where their backpacks go and their rain jackets and coats in the winter and everything. So I really wanted to get it all tidied up. A lot of the jackets and things, I was checking sizes, making sure that they were the right sizes, donating things that were too small, moving things to another closet. We didn't need all of these jackets here, so just kind of decluttering this, wiping it all down. We've still got some of our summer stuff out because we are still doing a couple of summer things, going to swimming and things like that. So I'm just trying to tidy this up, finish out the summer with it, and then have it nice, clean, and ready for back to school, which is coming very, very fast.
It's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream. No supermodel in my dirty jeans, but in my 24 inches heels. I am not pretending, I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. And I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman. It's trouble in your mind how I spend my time, but it's a 24-hour streak. Wasting all your thoughts just to criticize, but there are plenty more ways to think. I am not pretending, I'm more like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman. Don't be such a stranger, tell me how you're feeling. You know I don't have to live inside your frames, boy. It's such a funny way to tell me what you search in life. Well, I'm a mad woman, sorry I don't compromise. Mad woman, mad woman. Keep calling me a mad woman.
All right, so we've got our backpacks nice and clean, and now they are drying. We've got lunch boxes clean and drying. I am waiting on my son's backpack. I ordered him a new one because his was falling apart, but his lunch box we are going to continue to use. I just hadn't washed it on this day, but we got this stuff ready to go. Now, what better way? We've got everything tidied up. What better way to get your back to school off on a good foot than with a good, fresh, clean, tidied up laundry room space? I promise I'm going to give you a break from my voice so you can watch here in just a second, but I wanted to explain what I was doing. My daughter and son came home with some extra school supplies from last year that did not get used throughout the year, so I'm going through and seeing what I have and seeing what is being asked for this year on their school supply list, see what I can reuse and send to the school with them this year. My daughter's in here helping us. We're going to start also assembling our little teacher goodie bags that I am sending with all of my kids for their teachers. Just something a little extra to say thank you and let the teachers know how much I appreciate what they do, especially after the summer I had struggling with my kids. I so appreciate teachers. Having been one, I know all of the blood, sweat, tears, and heart that you put into teaching and taking care of our kiddos. So I wanted to make our teachers a little survival kit. So that's what we are doing right here. And I'll go ahead and let you watch as we jump into this.
Supposed to do when the flames come
a huge mom hack, time-saving hack, wonderful thing I came across this year is that you can go to, if you're getting your school supplies at Walmart, for example, you can go to the Walmart app and there is a school supply, find your school supply list section. Go in, type your zip code in. It will bring up all the schools, find your school, click on your school, and it will populate all of the items on your school and classes school supply list. And then you can go up to the top. You can save the list or you can add it all to your cart. This was amazing, and it gives you your estimated total as soon as you do that. This was game changing. I did this year. It is wonderful. Do yourself a favor and save yourself time, headache, and stress, and do that on the Walmart app this year. You will thank me for it later. That's what I did. And then now I'm going to go through and show you all of my supplies, sorting through them. My 2-year-old kept coming in here trying to get into the survival kits that for the teachers and trying to disperse these school supplies all around our house. So I had to get in here and get this done as quick as possible. So that is what I'm doing, sorting them all between my 2 kids, and then we're going to pack them up and get them ready to take to open house the next day.
Toxic. Somehow you're fine with it, even when I'm chaotic. You see the shade in the cold, it's just my bad temper. What am I supposed to do when the flame's going high with my bad patience? I hate it always falls on you. But you know it's not about our love fading. You know it's not about.
So this is both of their school supplies, one for kindergarten and one for 2nd grade. Their supply list was a lot smaller this year, which was really nice. And then I am reusing some things like these headphones my kids have had. So we're reusing those. And we also have some little ear pod, the corded ear pods that are going to come in that we might let them use as well, because we've had to fix my daughter's a couple of times. This will be my son's first year actually using them at school since he's in kindergarten this year. My daughter has to have a Bible. We used that from last year. I am waiting on a couple of more folders. I did get her a new pair of scissors and a new pencil box. This is an old ruler. And then obviously some of these things are new. Well, all of these things are new. This was not on her list, but I love giving these to her teachers, so I'm going to put them in their little survival kit. Yeah. What are you doing over there? I'm trying to get this together because he's coming in and trying to steal chocolates and things, and he's getting the supplies. So, but moving over here, we're reusing these scissors again. They were in good shape. No need to buy another pair. But a lot of the other stuff is all new. This was a one fun thing for them. Their boxes were fine from last year, but I did let them pick out a new box. But everything else is new. And this is just kind of the difference between the list that they want. Also getting the felt tip pins. And then this is a lot of extra stuff from last year that we'll just use here at the house. I may send some of these expo markers too, just because we won't use all of those. So if I've got extra things, no sir, no sir, Dallas. See, this is why I've got to get this done very quickly because he keeps getting into everything. So here's the rundown of our supplies, and now I just need to pack it up and get it out of here so he cannot get into it.
It's not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us. do. When the flame's going high with my bad patience, I hate it always falls on you. But you know it's not about our love fading. You know it's not about, yeah. You know it's not about our love ending. You know it's not about, it's not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us. You know it's not about us.
I don't know that this will fit with the full container, so I'm going to take these out. And these are just going in my older two kids' teachers' bags. So I'm going to put, there's 10 of these. I got them at Walmart, and I'm going to put them inside each bag. But before I do, I'm going to give you kind of a tour of the bags. All right, bear with me. I might get loud at times, but this is nothing required. This is just something a little extra I'm doing to show the teachers I appreciate them. I know what they go through, and I just wanted to give them a little something to start their year. And I thought a teacher survival kit. These are so cute. I got these off of Temu, and then I just filled them with little, just neat little things. So I'm going to dump this one out and just show you guys everything that I did. One thing that I love to put in any type of teacher gift, these prayer cards. I find them at the Dollar Tree, and you could give a whole pack. There's 20, or you could just pull out any that you want. So just a little prayer, a little scripture. The unfolding of your words gives light. It gives understanding to the simple. Psalms 119. Just a little scripture of encouragement. I love to throw these in their bags. So I put one of those in. And then I got some wet ones. These are just things for the teacher to be able to use for herself. Clorox, little disinfecting to-go wipe packs. So put those in. I have these little shout. Yeah? Well, these little shout wipe and goes. I'm almost done. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know how far we'll get. These little shout, stain removers. I got each teacher a pack. These were from Temu as well. Just little sticker packs, because I know a lot of times they like to put these on the papers and things. And most of this stuff came from Dollar Tree, Walmart, or Temu, just to let you know. They had this little 4-pack, which was perfect. I wanted 4 bags. My son, when he goes to Mother's Day out, there's usually an assistant, so I made 2 just in case, or have an extra one. These little mini Carmex with some SPF in it. Good little hand hydrating cream. This stuff is amazing. Dermatologist recommend this. This is really good. My dermatologist recommends this for my really dry hands. Advil, hello. Then I got some Dove. I did some dark chocolates and milk chocolate. This one is a dark chocolate with sea salt caramel. And then this is just a regular chocolate. The teachers always need chocolate on those tough days. I have an extra one of these little, I love these little pens, these Papermate, red pen. These were those little Colgate Wisp, in case, sometimes you forget to brush your teeth, or you need to brush it again, or whatever, freshen your breath up. I just thought those would be nice to have. And then this little card came with it, and I'm going to just write just a little something in it, shove that in, and then again, I'm going to pull these out. Just do it now. And I'm going to give them a pack of felt pens, because all teachers, love felt pens, right? Most usually do. And that is their survival kit. I just thought that was something fun that I wanted to do to give the teachers to start their year. Okay, this is not going to be my intro because I'm going to probably put this in later in the video, but I just wanted to kind of let you guys know how my back to school video is going this year. Not as smoothly as last year. I think the issue is my baby is a lot more in the mix of things this year than he was last year and the year before. So it's gotten a whole lot more hectic, crazy, and everything else. So it is now noon. We've got quiet time going, nap time going, and I filmed earlier. I was going to hit it hard. I know so many of you mamas can relate to me. I was going to hit it hard, and then just one thing after another, after another, after another. So I got the school supplies sorted, bagged up for open house, which is tomorrow night. This is the week before school when I'm filming this. And I got those out of my baby's way because he was going through them. And then the little teacher survival kit, I've already filmed that and showed you guys that. He was going through trying to find the chocolate in there. So that had to get up off that table. But I love doing stuff like that on my dining room table because it's just a big open surface. So I've got that. I've got my baby's bed behind me for his big boy room makeover that we got that on Saturday, but just did not have time this weekend to get it put together. So that will be coming. Probably will work on it this weekend, and that video will be a few weeks down the road still. I am now getting ready to move over. There's some school supplies over here behind me that we keep at home, so I need to go through those. My daughter wants to help me, but I've got to get this knocked out. And then I am also introducing this vacuum to you guys, so I need to get those. I have some clips because I've been using it for a little while now, but I need a couple of other clips so I can show you guys that. I have got 2 loads of laundry going. I've got some laundry upstairs that is partially folded. I just am all over the place, so I don't want this to ever come off like I've got it all together. I don't think y'all ever get that impression anyways. But I just want you to know that motherhood is crazy and chaotic and it pulls you in all directions, and that's okay. My house is not always together or clean. I want you to feel okay with that as well. So I'm doing what I can in the little pockets of time. And so I just wanted to come on here and share that with you guys. Is if it doesn't look perfect, I can edit and make these videos look so neat, and I love that. But I also like to try to keep it as real and raw for you guys so that don't expect perfection or put that pressure on yourself or feel bad if it doesn't come across perfect, because I promise mine is not, and no one else's on YouTube is. They're just good at editing, and I guarantee you the behind the scenes, there's always stuff. Just let me flip this around, give you a sneak peek. Just show you. Okay, this is all back to school stuff. And then boom. I mean, we can barely even walk through here. This is the bed. Let's see. See all that? Yeah. And then we'll walk you over here, and we're getting ready to tackle this. So just know things are never as they seem. I come on here to share truth and life and real life, and just encourage you to do the best you can and never be down on yourself. I say that I'm down on myself, but I'm working on it. Don't get down on yourself, beat yourself up. Just do the best you can every day. It is not easy. I am a stay-at-home mom, so this is what I know. And I think people think that's an easy job. It is not. You do everything at home. You run the home. You do everything for the family. It is a job in itself. I think a lot of people think we just sit at home and eat bonbons and prop our feet up, and that's what we do, but it is not. It is a lot of hard work to coordinate everyone's schedules and keep, the house running, the laundry done. I mean, I am constantly doing something around the house, and it's a lot. Yeah, it's a job just like any other. It's just you're staying at home to do your work, and then finding time to do the YouTube stuff. I love this YouTube stuff. It's given me a whole new purpose in my homemaking. It's kind of helped me have something that was for me as well. And it's just given me a whole new motivation. And if I'm doing it for other people, I'm more apt to do it than for myself, if that makes sense. And so I want to encourage others who might be feeling how I'm feeling or struggling how I'm struggling with my kids or getting things done or keeping my house in order. So that is why I do this. I just wanted to share that with you guys as we're doing this back to school prep. I know back to school is a crazy time of year. Just plug away at it. Do the best you can. Everything doesn't have to be done before they go back to school. You do what you can. And at the end of the day, that's all you can do. So let's go ahead and jump into our downstairs school supply desk area.
Oh, when I'm done, I would never think I'd be until now. But if I wait too long, I will be waiting. I bet the second chance will not be dating. I wanna hide away, but it be fading. I know the second chance will not be waiting. Have to persist. If I don't, I'll never know what I'll miss. Sometimes backfire, but I never had a vision like this. Vision like this.
I wanted to make sure you guys don't feel left out. I was speaking about stay-at-home moms simply because that is what I am and that is what I know. But I want you to know that I see all of you guys, and everyone is doing their version of hard. If you are working outside the home, that has its own challenges and that is hard. If you are a stay-at-home mom, that has its own challenges too. And some of you guys watch my channel and aren't moms now, or you're in another season of life and no longer have kids at home. Everyone is going through something, and you never know what it is that other person is going through. So I just want you to know I see you, and you all matter, and you all are very important, and everything that everybody does, it is all important. So do it with the best effort that you can. Give yourself grace, as I preach in every single one of my videos. Give yourself grace, but also make sure you're extending that grace to other people as well. It always pays to be kind and be nice. You never know what someone else is walking through. I always say it pays to be nice. I've never been a super confrontational person unless I absolutely have to be. And I just have always thought it pays to be nice and kind. It's so much more effort to be mean or, hard on yourself or hard on others. It's so much easier to be nice. And I genuinely think it always pays off in the end to be nice. So make sure you're being nice, not only to others, but be nice to yourself as well. Give yourself grace and know that life is hard, no matter what your position in life is. It is hard. It is tough. Some seasons are tougher than others, but you are doing a great job. Keep going. Know that you matter, and what you do matter, no matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, or a mom at heart, but not a mom biologically. If you are a daughter, a son, whatever your role in life is, you are important, and your job and what you do matters as well.
A vision like this, but I never had a vision like this. Vision like this, a vision like this, but I never had a vision like this. But if I wait too long, I will be waiting. I bet the second chance will not be dating. I wanna hide away, but if the fading, I know the second chance will not be waiting.
So this is a big area that I get, all tidied up and in order before back to school, because it's our drop zone with the kids' papers and where they work on homework and all of those types of things. So I always want to declutter, and we threw away so much that had piled up in this basket. So definitely have you designated baskets or areas. I have one for the kids and one for my husband and I, where we can put mail on our side and kids stuff on their side. I will say, make sure you check them regularly. I found, as you're seeing me text here, I found a paper that I forgot to turn in for something, and so I was having to text and make sure everything was good with that. And so just make sure when you have baskets, it's good to have them, but just make sure you go through them regularly so you don't miss something like I did. Everything was good, but I just panicked because I'm like, oh my gosh, I somehow, in the shuffle of the end of school, everything got shoved in the baskets, and I'd gone through some things but not others. And so anyways, we were emptying all of that. Also, my kids' papers, I filed all of that away. I've shown you guys in other videos, and I may show it in another one, but probably not like the process in this one, but I have file boxes and I need to make one more for Dallas now where I file away the kids' papers that they want to keep and then periodically go through them. I have my oldest now, she really is good at deciding what papers she wants to keep in her memory, school memory box and what she wants to throw away. So we were going through and doing that. We were tidying up all of our art supplies, construction paper, coloring books. We've got, learning books, all of those things. It just gotten out of hand. My daughter was then going through on our side with the DVDs and all of that, tidying that up. I can't remember what was going on, but we got pulled away. And so I don't revisit the kitchen area until now, where it is after dinner and I am trying to just kind of clean up. My window above my sink was so filthy and so bad, and I don't clean it often because I cannot reach it. I have to get up on a stool, and then I still struggle to reach it, but my wreath had fallen off the window, and I needed to just clean the window, get my wreath back up, and then declutter this area. I'd had some little keepsakes and things from my son that he had given me, but it was time. They'd been up there for a long time, and it was starting to feel cluttered. Back to school time is always a good time to try and just freshen things up and make it, feel less cluttered. So that is what we are tackling, getting this window all cleaned up, kind of closing down the kitchen, and then we will revisit those cabinets in the morning.
Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that you change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. 'Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying you're moving back. When were you gonna tell me that? What am I hearing? It feels like a heart attack. Someone help me catch my breath again. How did you stop loving me? How is that even possible? How could we let love go? How could we move on? Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that you change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. 'Cause your love made me go blind. Why are you playing? We ain't got the time. Tell me now if you want out. What are you saying? Come on and spit it out. I'm about to lose my mind again. How did you stop loving me? How is that even possible? How could we let love go? How could we move on? Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that you change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. 'Cause your love made me go blind. Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that you change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. 'Cause your love made me go blind. Oh, For love or pity, let me know. 'Cause your love made me.
Put these in my keepsake box from my son. Brought me some rocks, painted me a birdhouse, and this little owl. We're calling that a night. And life happened, and we got this cleared out and a lot done up here. And then life happened, like I said, and so I'm going to finish this tomorrow, and then I'll show you everything. But for tonight, we're closing down. I'm exhausted, and we'll start up in the morning. And here is Gabriel's little school box of papers that I am saving. I will need to go through, preschool. I feel like there's so much stuff, but I probably need to go through and weed this down even further. But for now, we're filing away his last little bit of papers from the end of the school year and his summer program, and then we will start off fresh with a kindergarten file. I just love this method. It allows you to keep some sweet memories. And like I said, I think it's very good to go through it periodically because you might be close to it at the time you file it away, but then move on down the road and you might say, this is taking up real estate and I'd rather have some other things in there. I was having a hard time. That thing is wooden and I was trying to get the lid back on. I do get it back on though. But anyways, these memory boxes for papers, I highly recommend doing something like that. And then we are moving on up into Gabriel's room. I'm at a loss with this son's room. I struggle so bad with it. I'm not even going to go into it. If you've seen very many of my videos, you know I struggle with this room. I'm literally coming in here. My daughter is helping me. We're trying to get it back in order, tidy it back up. Things are everywhere. It's not as bad as it has been. Still, it's just a struggle. But we are getting it in order for a better back to school time. And I don't even have words for this room at this time. So that is another thing I do though during back to school time is make sure I go through all of my kids' clothes, weed out anything that doesn't fit. I have done this in my daughter's room. I'm going to see if I can find a little bit of the footage of it. I just had a mountain of clothes I weeded out. I hit up the tax-free weekend sale that we had last week when we did school supplies and clothes. I highly recommend doing that. If that's something that your state does, hit up the tax-free weekend, at least for some school supplies. It gives you some savings, and it also, you can do it online as well, so that helps. I really hate hitting a lot of those crowds. I love people. I do not like those busy crowds where everyone is just kind of cutthroat and going after it, and so I do try to avoid that when I can. But if you have a tax-free weekend, you can take advantage of that online in most states. Check out your states and how it applies to you, but that is another thing to do. Is definitely go through all of your kids' clothes, get their school supplies ready, backpacks ready, lunch boxes ready and cleaned up, ordered if you need to order new. Just trying to check off all the things. I hope this is giving you guys some good inspiration for doing all of the things if you have not gone back to school yet. got my son's room whipped back in shape. I don't love it, but it is what it is. I put the bins back out. My husband said that looked better to be able to keep up with everything. So I've got that first bin full of all of his art supplies, play clothes, or dress up clothes, his little Spider-Man stuff. The few little things he had out, I just threw into some bins, and then the bigger things I displayed on the open shelves. It's not perfect, but it's gonna have to work. And then I dumped, because I used those 4 bins, we had an empty tote in my husband's office, so I dumped everything in there. About broke my back getting that thing back up there. I don't love it, but that's where we're at. And then these other 2 bins that are left, those are for Dallas. And that's kind of where we're at. I have gone through his clothes, some of them. I probably need to go through it again. I haven't gone through the long sleeve stuff, but this will work. We got a couple of new clothes there. All of his too small clothes are there. I need to dump that here very soon and put that in a tote for Dallas. We got this at least back in shape for school, and then, you know, we will live to see another day of trying to figure out the best order for this room. But it is what it is. At least it looks better than it was. Then I found the footage. I didn't film going through all of my daughter's stuff, but that huge pile is what we weeded out. She is growing like a weed. And so that is it's a good size pile, but that is all the stuff that is too small for her. We have that little basket where she throws things in as they get too small. So we had that all there. She went through and organized it, and we got her a couple of things on the tax-free weekend as well, and we are all set to go back to school. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys all have a great back to school season, whether you're in it right now or heading into it very soon. And until next week, friends, take care. Hello, my sweet friends, and welcome back to another video. My name is Anna if you are new, and we are continuing that back to school prepping. It is quite a process to get these kiddos back to school, isn't it? And I have really had to chop it up major this year. It has just been a challenge with my 3 kiddos all at home, and then we have dealt with some crazy stuff this week. I'll go into that a little bit later, but we are just continuing to get ready. This is the week before school. They start on Monday as I am recording this, so we are going to continue that prepping. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. All right, so still kind of in that back to school prep mode, just a couple loose ends. As I'm filming this is our last week of summer before my kids go back to school, and one of the things I've been kind of wanting to do is these are their little file boxes full of school papers, and so I wanted to file away anything, mainly my littlest one. I need to get his started, and then I have got some new hanging file folders that I was going to incorporate in. I've been using kind of recycled, used old ones that have seen better days, so I knew at some point I wanted to update them, so I'm going to work on that right now, and then I'm just kind of trying to piece together couple things I want in place before we go back to not tomorrow, next week. And then I have got something new I'm going to do in their bathroom, and so I'm going to take you guys through that. Just it's a simple little tweak, but dealing with their toothbrushes and stuff. I currently have someone down with the stomach bug again, and we haven't even started school. I'm glad it's happening now versus the first week of school, but so I'm trying to just do all the things I can to try to keep us healthy, keep toothbrushes separated, which they are, but I'm tweaking something. So I'll take you guys along for that. I think today, we will see. But first things first, I'm going to kind of go through these bins and see if I can get those in order, ready to receive new papers this year.
I've seen those faces, I've heard all the lies, but you ain't gazing on someone in denial.
So for these paper memory bins or boxes, I'm sure you've seen a lot of different ways to do it and just a lot of people doing these, but I really do like it. It's a great way to keep memories of papers and things that they've done in school and artwork and things like that. Keep it all together. And with 3 kiddos, this felt like a system that works great for me. So I just found these 3 boxes, I think at Walmart. And then like I had said, I'd pieced together a bunch of hodgepodge file hanging folders for the time being, got them going, and then I eventually got some, but you just need file hanging folders, and their papers really is all you need. You can label them. I like to put the grade that they are in front, and then if I have a picture, like a school picture or something from that year, I like to put that on the front of the folder too. Not necessary. You can make it as organized and decorative and everything that you want, or you can just be real simple and basic. I find that I want to be somewhere kind of in between, but here you're going to see kind of these old hodgepodge. I think those literally are from the 70s or 80s. So I had gotten some old hanging file folders from my parents and pieced these together, and then eventually got some new folders. So what I have my kids do is we collect their papers through the year in a little envelope, and ever so often we'll go through them. I'll have them weed out anything they don't want. I just want them to keep the things that they really truly do want, and then we will put them in here, and then even a couple times through the year I'll have them go through it and even further weed through them. After they have them for a while, they realize, I don't really want that anymore. So I kind of try to really make them pare this down. My daughter is really great at it, and then we've just started a file box for Dallas, and he's just got a lot of little Mother's Day out type things in his for right now. But anyways, I really like this system, and that's just kind of what I do to make it work for us. And so far it really is great. And then I just store these in their closets. They have a memory box with like special animals and toys and things they want to save and pieces of clothing I want to save for them. And then they've got this paper memory box, and I'm trying to really keep everything in between those 2 boxes, at least for now.
Right now, but you gotta work real hard. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. Something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it.
So we are in my middle child's room, and he had a nosebleed, which was a first. Everything that can possibly happen when your husband is out of town, it's going to happen. At least that's what always is the case for us. So I was coming in my son's room and getting these sheets taken off so that I could wash them and get the blood out, and then he had a stomach bug, and I guess I didn't realize that he had thrown up on the floor right there. I mean, it is always just, it's always a mystery and a surprise every day with children, isn't it? Or is that just in our house? Anyway, so I was coming in and wanted to get his room just tidied up for him and help him. My kids have to take care of their rooms. They are responsible for, or my older two, I still help my 3-year-old, but I will come in and, dust and vacuum and things like that. But I always make them help me with their toys and things. My daughter's room, never really an issue. If you've been here very long at all, you know that I do struggle with my middle child's room quite a bit, but he really did a great job helping me on this day. So we were just getting it tidied up, getting his sheets changed out and cleaned up, and then getting these spots cleaned up, vacuuming, getting this rug cleaned up, and then I'm going to let it stay flipped up for a little bit and air dry where I had treated those stains, and then we are going to move on into another day and another project of getting things ready for back to school.
And I said,
It is the next day now, and I had already sorted out their school supplies. Ooh, here's a little sneak peek of fall. I got just a couple things at Hobby Lobby. We're going to be jumping into that content very soon. I cannot wait. Fall is my favorite to decorate for, and the decorations that I have up the longest, so I am so excited. But anyways, I had already organized their school supplies by kiddo, but now I was going through and getting out what I was going to take on open house because we take supplies. So I was taking all of like the heavy, bulky cleaning supplies and all of that kind of stuff with us for open house, which is actually tonight as I am recording this voiceover. So I was trying to figure out what needed to go to the school with us for open house and what my kiddos could take in their backpacks for the first day of school. So that is what we are doing here, getting that all together. And then we have a couple more things on the agenda to get together before school starts. And then I am going to call it good. It has been a week, y'all. We have had illness. My son had started the beginning of last week with with a stomach bug and a fever. And then my middle child got the fever and just didn't feel well for a couple of days. Then my daughter, I think allergies is playing into it. It's really bad here where we are right now. Then my son just it developed into a really bad cough, which he is prone to. And so it has just been a wave after wave after wave. And my husband is out of town on work on this week when I was filming all of this. So it was just like one thing after another. And it seems like that always happens, never fails when you're out of your routine or somebody is out of town or something. That is when everything hits, and that is what happens. So it's just, nothing was major, thank goodness. We're all fine and everyone is healthy, but it's a stressor. It's a stressful time, and you're trying to get ready for back to school and get every little duck in a row that you possibly can, get your home in order. Let me know in the comments below, is anyone else just feel a lot of pressure and stress around this time of year? I love it. I love getting my kids ready, but it's also a bit of a stressor. Tell me if I am alone. Let me know in the comments below if you've got kiddos, or when you did have kiddos, if they're already gone out of the house. Let me know if this was a stressful time, or you just threw some supplies in the bag and off they went, or have things gotten more stressful as time goes on. Let me know your feelings about back to school and the stress of it all. Now I'm showing you one of my favorite things to do. This is for the teachers, a little back to school gift. Not a necessity, but something I love doing. I just want to give them a little gift, showing them that we are so excited that my kiddos are in their class, and just giving back. As a former teacher myself, I just know how much goes into teaching kiddos and how much love and time and patience and commitment goes into it. And I just want to give them a little token of our appreciation. So I've put together a little basket. I put prayer cards in there that I find at the Dollar Tree. This is a little pen and notepad I had found at TJ Maxx. Some felt pens. I know teachers love the flare pens, so I got them a package of those, hand sanitizer, an energy drink, and some chocolate. And I usually give these at the beginning of the week when they first go back, but this year I think I'm going to do it towards the end of the week, give them a little pick-me-up after a long first week of getting back into the swing of things. So this is just a little basket I put together, and then I found the little tote, carry totes, I think in the dollar spot, maybe at Target. So anyways, now we are jumping into just organizing a couple more things in our kitchen to make homework and everything go smoother. The more organized I can be, the easier it is when my kids come in that after school, rush and throwing things around and down and, where's this, where's that? The more organized I can be, the better I can help it go more smoothly in the afternoons when they get home to work on homework and things. So I'm going through here and just making sure all of the markers work, get everything kind of facing the same direction, grouped together, just looking more tidy and easier to find things as you group like things together. My daughter had helped me do this earlier in the summer, and I'm just kind of going back and just freshening it up just a little bit more. And then I'm going to freshen up our baskets. I have a basket for me and my husband and a basket for the kiddos. We're going to freshen that up, and then we are going to be done with our back to school prep for 2024. Now that I've gotten all the supplies back organized into this little caddy, which I love this thing, by the way. They do make one that's a turntable that I honestly think I would have liked better, but I do like the fact that you can pull out these little containers and use them on their own and then go put them back. But I will leave it linked in the description box below. I'll try to find both styles in case you're interested, but this has been really helpful with my kiddos. But once I was done stocking that back up, all of the extra school supplies, I put in one of those zipper pouches that I love to use all over my house, in my car, my kids' backpacks. Those are so versatile. So I put the extra supplies there in that zipper pouch, and then I put them up in the cabinet so that we could restock as we use up things throughout the year. So that is what I am doing here. And then we are going to move on into kind of getting the baskets. No, I think I've already done the baskets now that I think about it. We're going to organize the charts for my kiddos for how they earn their screen time now that we'll be back in school. I'm switching it up. It's not going to be quite as extensive as what they have had to do in the summer because obviously they will be at school during the day. So I have a couple of things though that they have to have done before they are allowed to do any type of screen time during the week. And then during the week, I also only allow like learning type games. And then on the weekends, they can play the more fun, not learning games. But for after school, I have this little routine chart that my kids did this summer. And honestly, it was such a great thing. We did it all the way up through the last week of summer, and they really would go after those items and tackle them because they did want to work on the screen times. And then when they didn't, they may not have tackled everything on the list, but that was okay because they were doing other things and not getting on the screen. So it was kind of a win-win. So I really wanted to carry it on into the school year after the summer. So I found these, I think on Pinterest. I will try to link them below if I can find them. And we don't have a color printer, so I just colored them. And, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but this will work. And then I love these little sleeves where you can use a dry erase marker and wipe them down and put anything you want in that sleeve, and they can practice, you know, learning stuff, writing, math, you name it. You put it in that sleeve, and then you can erase it and keep reusing those sheets over and over and not have to keep reprinting them. The next thing I was doing is checking off a couple of things on our summer bucket list that I hadn't checked off yet, and then I will print off probably a fall bucket list at some point. Just little fun activities that we might like to do during the fall, but does not have to be done. It's not like a hard, fast rule. We have to do our bucket list, but it's just kind of a fun thing to put together with the kiddos. So I'm getting these wiped down, and then we are about to wrap up. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me through my back to school prep videos. I know I had one really big one, but then sprinkled in these kind of smaller ones for you guys. I just thank you guys so much every time you come back and you like and you comment, you subscribe and you share. Those are all wonderful ways to help out my channel, and I appreciate it so, so much. I just love all of you guys who come here and support me and give feedback, and love just hearing all kinds of things from you guys all over the world. I just love getting to know all of you and y'all getting to know one another in the comments. So thank you so much for coming back every week and watching my videos. I truly, truly appreciate it. And here in just a second, I am going to leave you guys with a little prayer that I found for your kids as they go back to school, just something that they can pray. And I just thought it was really neat. Kind of if you go online and look for back to school prayers or blessings or anything like that, you can find all kinds of stuff to fit what you're wanting. But I will read that to you here in just a second. And here's that first day of school prayer that I found that your kiddos can pray. Dear Lord, open my eyes to see new friends. Open my ears to hear my teacher. Open my mind to learn new things. Open my hands to help others. Open my mouth to speak kind words. Open my heart to love like you. I know you are always with me when I'm at school. In Jesus' name, amen. I hope your kiddos have a wonderful first day of school if they haven't started already, and an amazing new school year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next week, take care.